Hi, this is Brian Ryerson from the Computer Workshop. In this little tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to control paragraphs inside of Word. So as you can see, I have a little Word document here. It's got a few paragraphs in it. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to get my ruler up in view. This is just going to make life a whole lot easier. So to access my ruler, I'm going to come to my View tab in my ribbon. And in this show group, you can see up here is the ruler check marks. So I'm going to give that a quick check. And that now displays the ruler on the top and left side of my screen. Now to make things easier to view, I'm going to zoom in to page width. So I'm going to use the zoom buttons right here in the View tab. And I'm going to choose to go to one page. That's going to see as everything. If I come down, I'm going to use the page width, and that's going to give me this nice page width view. So clicking into the first paragraph. Now, when we work with the ruler, this is going to control the paragraph that we're in. So if you wanted to have this apply to the whole document, you're going to select the whole document. Otherwise, you can set this up before you even start to type and have it affect the entire document, because as you tap the enter key, whatever changes you've made to the ruler would just carry on to the next paragraph. Now I have a series of three little buttons stacked very closely together here on the far right of my margin space. And then on the far left of my margin space over here on the right side of my document, I'm going to have a little single triangle, which is my right line indent. So I'm going to start by just adjusting the left side. So I'm going to look at this top one, which as you see when I hover over it is the first line indent. Now if I click on this, I can slide this along the ruler if it will decide to cooperate, and I can drop that wherever I think that first line indent looks good. Now the rest of the paragraph is lined up right on that left edge of the margin right here, so I'm right up on the edge of my document. So now let's look at the remaining two buttons on this side. So the first one here will be the hanging indent. That's the little triangle pointing up. And sometimes it's really good to just be patient, wait to see those tooltips so you don't click on the wrong thing. They are small after all. Now I'm going to click on that hanging indent. I'm going to slide that along. And you can see now that is going to control the entire indent of the paragraph below the first line. Now here again, notice none of this is affecting the other paragraphs in the document. Alright, let's take a look now at that third option, which is the left indent. It's the little box beneath the lower triangle. Now if I click on this and I move it, you're going to see that it moves both triangles up above in tandem. So once we establish that relationship between the first line and the hanging indent, we can then adjust that as we need. In tandem, both move. So now I can go ahead and come over to the right side. I'm going to grab this little right indent triangle. I'm going to pull this in and drop that a little further in. And you can see that this is a great way to create that visual effect of a pull quote that we see so often, and it really didn't take any time at all. And if you need to adjust it, you simply go ahead and click on that and you slide that around to the position that you prefer. In this case, I'm kind of just resetting these back to the normal paragraph. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this back also. Sometimes it's a little sluggish, but there we go. So now, if I wanted to control multiple paragraphs, I'm going to go ahead here and select. I don't even have to highlight the entire paragraph. I just have to be inside of both paragraphs with that selection. So I'm going to just zoom out a little bit so that you can see the next paragraph down below. As I make my change, again, you will see that it is only going to affect the highlighted paragraphs. This is paragraph control. So it's a very, very quick and easy way to kind of get that formatting. But once again, I'm going to just say this. When you're in Word, don't waste your time formatting as you go. type the entire document, when you're done, that's when you're going to go back in and start to take care of those formatting issues. So I hope that this little tutorial on the ruler helped you out a little bit. If you liked what you learned today, please feel free to subscribe. Please actually just go ahead and subscribe. We do put out new videos on a weekly basis, so always come back in and see what's new. Um, Again, if you liked us, please subscribe. Until next time, take care.